Imagine this. A serious crime has just taken place in a major American city. Within minutes, police radios crackle to life. Officers flood the streets. Detectives begin their investigation. The media gathers outside police headquarters. And in the middle of all of this, one person is making decisions that will shape the outcome of everything you are watching. That person is not the mayor. That person is not even the police chief. That person is the police captain. And most people have absolutely no idea how much power and authority that one rank actually carries. Today, we are going to slow everything down. We're going to go deep inside the rank of police captain in the United States of America. We're going to explain clearly, carefully, and completely what a police captain actually does, what authority they hold, and why this rank is considered the backbone of any serious police department. If you have ever wondered how law enforcement in America truly operates at the command level, you are in exactly the right place. So take a breath, stay with me, and let us begin. To truly understand the power of a police captain, you first have to understand where this rank sits inside the structure of a police department. In the United States, most mid to large police departments are organized in a very specific hierarchy. At the very bottom, you have patrol officers, the men and women you see driving through your neighborhood every day. Above them come detectives, then sergeants, then lieutenants, and then, sitting right above all of them, is the police captain. Above the captain, you typically find deputy chiefs, assistant chiefs, and at the very top, the chief of police. Now, here is something critically important that most people do not understand. The chief of police, the deputy chief, these are executive-level administrators. They deal with politics, budgets, public relations, and department-wide policy. But the police captain? The captain is where command meets the street. The captain is the highest-ranking officer who still has direct, hands-on operational authority over a specific area, unit, or precinct. That distinction is everything. A captain does not just sign papers. A captain commands people, controls resources, and makes real-time decisions that affect public safety every single day. Let us use a simple example to make this real. Think of a large American city like Chicago, Los Angeles, or New York. These cities are divided into districts or precincts. Each precinct is assigned a commanding officer, and in most departments, that commanding officer holds the rank of captain. So when you call your local police precinct to report a problem in your neighborhood, the person ultimately responsible for the response, the officers, and the strategy of that entire precinct is the captain. That is the scale of what we are talking about. Let us now talk about the single most important power a police captain holds: command authority. In simple terms, this means the captain has the legal and institutional right to give orders that must be followed. Every officer, detective, and sergeant under their command is required to follow a direct order from the captain, unless that order violates the law or department policy. That is not a small power. That is enormous power. Here's a practical example. Suppose a dangerous suspect has barricaded themselves inside a building in a residential neighborhood. Officers are on the scene. The situation is tense. Civilians are nearby. In that moment, it is the captain or the on-scene commander of captain rank who makes the call. Do they wait for a negotiator? Do they deploy SWAT? Do they evacuate the surrounding block? Every one of those decisions flows from command authority, and legally, everyone on that scene answers to the captain's judgment. This command authority also extends to daily operations in a very structured way. Every morning, officers report for duty. The captain or their designated lieutenant holds a roll call, issues assignments, and communicates priorities. If there has been a spike in car thefts in one area of the precinct, the captain can redirect patrol coverage. If a particular neighborhood has requested more police visibility, the captain can allocate officers accordingly. This sounds straightforward, but the ability to redeploy people and resources based on real-time information is a form of authority that has enormous consequences for public safety. The captain, in this way, is not just a manager. The captain is a real-time strategist. Beyond commanding operations, a police captain holds deep supervisory power over every person serving under them. This supervisory authority touches nearly every aspect of an officer's career, and understanding it helps explain why the captain's opinion carries so much weight inside a police department. First, let us talk about performance evaluations. In most American police departments, a captain is directly involved in or responsible for approving the annual performance reviews of officers and supervisors in their command. A strong review from a captain can open doors to promotions, specialized assignments, or opportunities to join elite units. A poor review can stall a career. That power alone makes the captain one of the most influential figures in any officer's professional life. Second, captains hold significant disciplinary authority. If an officer under their command behaves improperly, uses excessive force, violates department policy, shows a pattern of misconduct, the captain has the authority to initiate a formal internal investigation, place an officer on restricted duty, recommend suspension, or escalate the matter to the department's internal affairs division. Let me give you a clear example. In 2020, following nationwide scrutiny of police conduct, many police captains across the country were called upon to review use of force incidents within their commands. It was the captain's documented response, or lack thereof, that determined whether the department was seen as accountable. That is supervisory power with real public consequences. Third, captains also have the authority to commend officers. If an officer performs an act of exceptional bravery, say they pull a child from a burning vehicle, or they single-handedly de-escalate a mass casualty situation, the captain can formally recommend that officer for a medal, a citation, or a special commendation. These recognitions matter deeply inside law enforcement culture, and they come from the captain. Now let us talk about an area of a captain's authority that rarely makes the news, but is absolutely fundamental to how a police department functions: administrative and budgetary power. This is where the rank of captain transitions from field command into institutional management. A police captain is typically responsible for the administrative operation of their precinct or division. This includes managing staffing schedules, ensuring the precinct meets department-wide performance metrics, overseeing equipment requests, and maintaining proper documentation of all incidents and operations. In many departments, the captain also controls how a precinct's allocated budget is spent. That means decisions about whether to request additional patrol vehicles, whether to fund overtime for officers during a high crime period, or whether to invest in community outreach programs. These all pass through the captain's desk. Think about what that means in practice. If a neighborhood in a city is experiencing a surge in violent crime, it is the precinct captain who can authorize additional overtime patrols. If officers need new body cameras or updated technology, it is the captain who submits that request through the budget process. If a program is needed to build trust between the community and the police, a youth mentorship initiative, a neighborhood watch coordination effort, the captain is often the one who champions and funds that effort at the local level. Administrative power, in the hands of a captain, shapes the lived experience of an entire community. One of the most consequential powers a police captain holds is oversight authority over criminal investigations. In departments where detectives are assigned to a specific precinct or division, the captain serves as the senior commanding officer over those investigative units. This means the captain has the authority to direct investigative priorities, allocate detective resources, and determine which cases receive the most attention. Here is a real-world example to help you understand the weight of this. Suppose a string of armed robberies has occurred across 3 neighborhoods in a captain's precinct. The captain can convene a task force. They can pull detectives from other assignments and direct them to focus exclusively on this investigation. They can authorize cooperation with federal agencies like the FBI or the ATF if the investigation warrants it. They can also make the call to hold information from the public if releasing it would compromise the investigation. Every one of these decisions is within the captain's authority. And when an arrest is made and the case goes to court, the documentation trail, the authorizations, the chain of command decisions, all leads back to the captain's command record. This investigative authority also carries a profound moral weight. The decision of which cases to prioritize and which to deprioritize due to resource limitations is ultimately made at the captain's level. That is a decision that affects real families, real victims, and real communities. It is a power that demands integrity, judgment, and deep accountability. A dimension of the police captain's role that is often overlooked is their public authority, specifically their responsibility to be the face of law enforcement in the communities they serve. While the police chief handles department-wide media relations, the captain is often the point of contact for neighborhood associations, community boards, local government officials, and the public within their precinct boundaries. This community authority is real and significant. A captain can attend and speak at town hall meetings. They can meet directly with community leaders, faith organizations, school principals, and local business owners to address public safety concerns. They can form and sustain formal partnerships with community organizations. And when something goes wrong, when an officer-involved incident draws public attention, the captain is often the first command-level official who must stand before the community and be accountable. That takes a different kind of authority, the authority of earned trust, personal accountability, and the willingness to lead in difficult moments. That is the captain's domain. In times of emergency, natural disasters, civil unrest, mass casualty incidents, or large-scale criminal events, the police captain's authority expands dramatically. Under most state laws and department protocols, captains serving as incident commanders are granted emergency powers that allow them to take rapid action without waiting for approval from higher command. This includes establishing a command post, closing streets and securing perimeters, coordinating with fire departments and emergency medical services, requesting mutual aid from neighboring jurisdictions, and issuing direct orders to all personnel on scene. This emergency authority is not symbolic, it is operational. In the chaos of a real crisis, seconds matter. The ability of a captain to act decisively, to establish order, protect civilians, and coordinate a multi-agency response can literally save lives. The authority granted to this rank in emergency situations reflects the level of trust and institutional confidence that the American law enforcement system places in the captain's judgment. It is, in every sense of the word, command authority under fire. So let's bring everything together. A police captain in the United States of America holds command authority over officers, detectives, and supervisors. They direct operations, manage budgets, oversee investigations, supervise personnel, lead communities, and take charge in emergencies. They sit at the intersection of law, leadership, and public trust. They are not at the very top of the organization, but they are the highest rank where leadership is still personal, direct, and deeply connected to the street. Here is what I want you to carry with you after watching this video. Authority is not just about a title or a badge. Real authority is about responsibility. And no one in a police department carries more day-to-day responsibility for a community's safety, for its sense of order, for its feeling of being protected, than the captain who commands the local precinct. Every decision that rank makes ripples outward. Every order given, every priority set, every officer mentored or disciplined, it all shapes the world just outside your front door. The next time you see a police captain standing at a press conference or walking the streets of their precinct or sitting across from community members at a difficult meeting, remember what you now know. That person is carrying the weight of an entire system on their shoulders. They are the living point where law and community meet. And understanding that power, understanding that responsibility, is the first step towards understanding how justice actually works in this country. Thank you for watching. If this video gave you something to think about, share it with someone who needs to understand how real authority works. Subscribe for more deep dives into the systems that shape our world. And until next time, stay informed, stay curious, and never stop asking, who's really in charge.